Yo, it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about semen retention, woman attraction. Why older women will flock to you like you will be attracted to you like your honey in a beehive when you go on semen retention. Guys, the woman attraction is very prevalent when you go on retention. Now we might have some people who are saying it's not about woman attraction, it's not about this, it's not about that, and they're right to an extent. But the thing is, it becomes inevitable when you go on retention, and it becomes it's a byproduct of who you're becoming. Because the thing is, if we really wanted to attract high quality women, high quality situations, circumstances, opportunities, business numbers and things like that, we would have to become a high valuable person. We would have to be a high quality person if we want to attract that. And when you go on semen retention, you can really become that. Your life starts becoming more of a movie type. Because the thing is, like, the dopamine that you have built up when you have gone for at least 30 days plus on retention, it compares to no other. Like, usually when you relapse, you're lazy, you're very just like lethargic, you're mundane, your vibration is low, you're pessimistic, you might be lazy, you just might be looking at having to do work and you lost the vigor for life. Like, the difference between very satisfactory life and good feelings in your brain is your nut. And I'm talking about when you use PMO, when you actually beat off. Because the thing is, I mean, anybody who condones this behavior, they're probably not getting where they want to be in life. Like, if they're defending beating off, then they probably haven't attracted the type of quality woman that they want, and their business is probably not doing as well as it could be. And like I said, when you retain, you just become more of a disciplined person, focused. I've had people have said that it seems like I'm more focused, and we have ideas in our minds, and we're working steadily towards our visions. When you relapse, it's like you become distracted, you start looking around, you care what people think, you're not as confident, and you're not gonna bask in sexual tension. Like, the difference between someone who's a lover with a woman and then a friend is how much sexual tension that they can how much they can operate in sexual tension. Because the thing is, like, if you're attracted to a girl, a lot of guys, if they're attracted to someone, they might look down, they might look away, and they might just be very like smiley, like really just trying to avoid the awkwardness. And obviously, I mean, there's going to be some awkwardness, but the thing is, it becomes less awkward when you can accept the fact that you're a guy and she's a girl. And if you can own those titles, things will go a lot more smoothly in the long run. Because like I said, when a guy is trying to maybe look at a girl or attract her, like, they might ask all of these questions, they might be talking their mouth out, and at some point it doesn't have anything to do with what you're saying, the type of questions you're saying. It's just like how you're saying it, like what kind of vibes you're giving off. Are you just talking your butt off and is she just answering very shallow questions, or are you talking to her in a specific way to get to some point, to get to some conclusion, to make her feel a certain way? And this is pretty much the difference. Sometimes less is more. And the thing is, when you go on retention, one, is just a lot easier to do this, and two, you don't have to to do as much. You don't have to talk your butt off to try to get her attracted to you. You can ask her some very mundane questions. You can ask her some very light rapport questions, and once she starts feeling comfortable and you ask her very good open-ended questions, the conversation may get somewhere. You might get somewhere, because the thing you're trying to do is you're trying to talk to the woman, but you're trying to get her to open up about something that you both can connect on. And then once you both can connect on, you keep doing this, and then you keep asking her more questions until you can connect on something deep with her. And then you keep doing this, and this is how you build an emotional connection with her. This is how you get her to stick around. This is how you get her to be to like you a lot more than just being a friend or someone she can talk to about her problems. And like I said, when you go on retention, like you're literally becoming your version but 2.0. You're literally emerging with your higher self, and you're becoming the best version of yourself. So if you're becoming the best version of yourself, the world has no choice but to start mirroring who you're becoming with situations in your life. You might get a different job that pays more. You might hit a number in your business that you never thought you could hit. You might attract someone specific that you always wanted to attract. You might just be a little bit more confident. You might talk with more vocal projection. You might start holding eye contact. You might start being a little bit more charismatic. You might start being more playful. You're just owning up to your masculinity, because the thing is, like, semen has testosterone. The more testosterone that you can harness, the easier your life kind of may be. Because the thing is, like, a lot of people who lack it, they're gonna be tested a lot more than someone who has it. Or they still might be tested the same, but the person who has more testosterone, he's just gonna pass the tests a lot more than someone who doesn't have as much. Because like women like to test men a lot, and if you can pass the test, then you have the upper advantage. But if you're becoming emotional about the things that she does, if she tries to test you and you stoop down to her level, she wants you to react. She wants you to be off your masculine frame. She wants you to become emotional. They want you. Some of them want you to care. They want you to care. They'll do anything for you to actually care. But I mean, it'd be in your best interest not to suit to that level if you don't want to. You can if you want to, but we don't know how well it could proceed. And like I said, once you retain, like, you become more charismatic. You're literally identifying yourself with someone that you always wanted to be. Your priorities have switched. You no longer want to waste time. You have a thirst for accumulating knowledge. Your inner voice might start to come out. You might be a lot more vocal with yourself. You might start expressing yourself. You might start all the things that you're interested in. You might start posting on social media, and you might start taking more risks. And like I said, this is more attractive, because if people can start figuring out the type of person you are just by what you post on, let's say, your social media, they have a better grasp of who you are. And if they meet you in person, it's just gonna the thing is, it's just gonna go a lot smoother than if you were never to post, if you were never to really express yourself, or if you only post like one or two of the same things. It's better to be abundant in all areas of your life than just be good at one type of thing, because then you can capitalize on the things that you're good at. You can double down on the things that you're good at, and then you can cut out the things that you're not as good at. And like I said, your life becomes more of a movie. And what do I mean by this? It just means that you're more in the arena to create something than to just let things pass by and not be proactive. You're more proactive. You start feeling how things will turn out, and then you start mirroring your actions. You start changing your actions to get a different result. This is called setting an intention and then following through it. When you relapse, you're just too lazy to follow through things. You quit at the first sign of adversity, And if you quit at the first sign of adversity, you will never really get what you want, because you're always turned off by how things didn't go well, and you never really want to you never want to really persist. Because the thing is, like, I was reading a quote from the Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, and they said that, I mean, 95% of the population, 97%, is controlled somehow, some way by the devil. And there's some tricks that let's say the devil uses. He uses like addictions like cigarettes, and apparently cigarettes, they cut out your willpower. One, they cut out your willpower, and they stop you from being persistent. Like, if you really wanted to acquire anything, you would probably have to be more persistent than first mentioned. But if you're always like addicted, if your habits are aligned with like cigarettes and just like laying around, you won't be as persistent. You'll quit the first time something seems like it doesn't work. And this is the prerequisite to failure, to actual failure. Because if you never persevere through things and actually go full throttle through things and follow through with things, then you'll never really have the taste of success that you really wanted to have. Like I said, woman attraction is very prevalent. I mean, people want to talk about all they want about how it's not about woman attraction, and I agree with it's not about woman attraction. But all I'm saying is that woman attraction is a byproduct of the person you're becoming. Like, for an example, someone who's an NFL player, obviously he's going to have a lot more woman attraction just because of the position he's in, the person he is. He's a high quality person, and that's a byproduct. And those incentives come with being a byproduct of a high value man. So yeah, like, semen retention is, if you use it correctly, the thing is, you're supposed to transmute the energy into something like a business, your passion, your work, or whatever you're doing, so you can get better results and you can get higher quality results, so you can get tangible results in the physical world, so you can have more energy to be persistent. But if you keep relapsing, if you keep letting it go, you're not going to be as persistent, and things will always flounder, and you will never really get what you want. So the choice is yours. Like the video, comment, and subscribe below. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.